On April 7, 1945, one of history's most powerful warships embarked on a desperate one-way mission. The Yamato, pride of the Imperial Japanese Navy, steamed toward Okinawa under Operation Tengo. Her task was bold but doomed: to strike the American fleet head-on and then beach herself, transforming into a stationary fortress to resist the U.S. invasion. Instead, what unfolded was a tragic last stand in the skies and seas of the Pacific. 10 warships cut through the calm morning waters south of Japan. At the center loomed the colossal Yamato, weighing 72,000 tons and armed with 9 monstrous 18.1-inch guns, still the largest ever mounted on a warship. With 16-inch thick armor and enough secondary weapons to rival a destroyer's main arsenal, she embodied Japanese naval might. On board, Admiral Itto Seichi stood solemnly on the bridge. Though personally opposed to Operation Tengo, seeing it as a futile gesture when Japan was out of resources, he had accepted the Emperor's command. Like many around him, Ito understood the mission would be fatal. Yet, as a loyal officer, he prepared to carry out the order without hesitation. As the fleet progressed, an American reconnaissance plane appeared behind them. Ito ordered anti-aircraft fire, but the plane slipped away into the clouds unharmed. It was only a matter of time. Reports soon confirmed the worst. Over 250 U.S. warplanes had been launched and were heading straight for the fleet. Admiral Ito calmly handed tactical control to Captain Kosaku Aruga and took his seat, knowing the coming battle could not be won. Kazuhiro Fukumoto laughed with friends. At just 18, he felt invincible aboard the mighty Yamato. But then, the air raid sirens sounded. He sprinted across the deck to his battle station. Anti-aircraft gunners aimed skyward, bracing for what was coming. Suddenly, the sky erupted. A swarm of American aircraft burst through the clouds and dived toward the battleship. Tracer fire lit the sky. Explosions tore across the deck as .50 caliber rounds and bombs rained down. Despite their efforts, the Japanese gunners could do little against the sheer volume of attackers. Flames and debris engulfed the ship's superstructure. Kazuhiro reached the damage control station below deck, where he and others waited helplessly as the ship shook with every blast. Above, Yamato's massive main guns fired special phosphorus shells into the air, creating a cloud of burning fragments meant to disrupt incoming planes. But these weapons were ineffective against fast, low-flying aircraft. The bombardment continued relentlessly. With many anti-aircraft guns destroyed and casualties mounting, the situation worsened. Kazuhiro and his team were ordered deeper into the ship. The explosions above were growing louder, closer. 2 sailors descended further to inspect damage, just as a torpedo struck. The lights went out. Seawater flooded the corridor. Kazuhiro and others flailed in the dark, searching for escape. Miraculously, a hatch above released from the pressure, letting in light. They swam upward and sealed the hatch behind them, trying desperately to hold the water at bay with makeshift reinforcements. But Yamato was beyond saving. Alarms rang out. Critical temperatures were rising in the bow. Captain Aruga ordered flooding of the forward magazines to prevent an explosion, only to be told the pumps had failed. Recognizing the inevitable, Aruga gave the order to abandon ship. For the first time during the battle, Admiral Ito spoke. Cancel the operation, return to port after rescuing the personnel. Then, he thanked the crew and retired to his cabin, choosing to go down with the ship. Kazuhiro and his team scrambled topside. The deck was a scene of devastation, wounded sailors, fires, listing bulkheads. Their officer commanded them to throw anything that floated into the sea: mats, logs, hammocks. As the ship rolled sharply to port, the order came: jump. Kazuhiro plunged into the sea, but was pulled under by the still turning propellers. He fought to the surface, gasping amid smoke, oil, and wreckage. In the distance, he spotted survivors clinging to a raft and swam toward them. 2.5 hours later, a Japanese destroyer rescued Kazuhiro and the few survivors. Out of a crew of over 3,300, only 287 lived. Admiral Ito and Captain Aruga perished with the ship. 5 of Yamato's 9 escorts also sank during the operation, with another lost to damage soon after. Operation Tengo was a complete failure, Japan's final naval sortie, ending in catastrophe. But for Kazuhiro, who had turned 18 only months earlier, it was the beginning of a long and haunted life. He returned home, one of the few to carry the memory of Yamato's last stand into the post-war world. The story of Yamato is not just one of brute force and engineering marvel. It is a tale of loyalty, tragedy, and the final flicker of a navy and a nation at the brink of collapse. In the end, the mightiest battleship ever built could not stop the tide of war, nor could it save the lives of the thousands who believed in her invincibility.